There we go. Okay. There we are. All right, there we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As always, I am your host, Airsoft Owl, the Commons Airsofter, with a update for Operation Burning Star Milsim. Yes, I know I haven't made an update in a while, and the footage on my end is a little choppy. That might be because of a few things I don't know. Let me just quickly close out Facebook now. All right, yeah, that actually did help a little bit. All right, so, guys, I know you might be thinking the title of this is clickbait. It's not. It's literally not, and this did happen. Yes, Operation Burning Star is going to, in fact, have a radio DJ who is going to be who is literally going to be spinning records and reading off actual news reports, Good Morning Vietnam style, at the event. This is happening. This is real, and I don't know how it happened. And connected to that radio DJ, we will also have a politician, a Texan politician, who actually is going to play a general who plays airsoft. Again, I don't know how it happened. I don't know how this is happening. Don't ask me how I was able to do that. It did. It happened. This is happening. And it's going to be at the Texas event in Richmond, Texas. I've still got to let John know the good news and the crazy news and see how his reaction is going to be to it. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me just go ahead and give you the biggest updates so far. One, we are actually doing a video, Kaiserreich style, for the DJ to kind of introduce her, as well as hopefully do a video style for the politician who's going to be playing the general. Yes, I see you, Davis. I do. Kill. Anyway, back to it. But yes, right now we are working with the radio DJ. The radio DJ video. And let me tell you now, it's pretty cool. It's pretty crazy, actually, that we actually got a radio DJ to come do this. And she is going to be awesome, guys. Her voice is great. Her voice acting is spot on. So definitely look forward to the DJ video, which we're still working on the DJ name. We're actually going with either Miss Liberty or Miss Columbia for the DJ name. yeah, this is happening. And this is pretty cool because she is going to be on site at the Texas event, actually spinning the records, all of Good Morning Vietnam. She's going to, and the music selection, we're actually going to talk with her and John, and we're going to actually set up a nice little music selection, as well as some news stories that will be read off, including letters from home, that is going to just be wicked. And I'm not joking on this, guys. It's pretty awesome. Where is the DJ? The DJ is in Texas. She's literally in Texas. She is a couple hours with the son, who is the artist who I'm working with, Dr. Airsoft, and she is going to be pretty awesome. Like, it really is awesome. Okay, moving on to the actual politician. The politician was actually playing the Texan president and is a Texan politician who actually played the Texan general, or not Texan general, Texan president at D14 Airsoft. I wish I was joking on this, but I was able to find out about him, and he is probably going to be a part of this Milsim through Alec, who is our artist, aka Dr. Airsoft, who is creating propaganda posters, who's actually making patches, which I will get to those patches in a bit. And it is actually pretty cool. This is actually going on. This is happening. Now, he may play a Texan general, and we might actually have a Texan Patton. I don't know if that is going to be the case, but again, fingers crossed and hopeful on this, because I've had good luck so far. This is really cool. And don't worry, Paladin, I can see Davis. I'm just trying to read off the updates so far before I actually start answering questions, because if I forget these updates that I'm reading off right now, then I'm going to lose my train of thought. So by all means, spam chat all you want. It's just going to be a while before I can get to you. Now, on to the actual secondary updates from the big ones, because having a Texan and a radio DJ coming to your event to actually do stuff there is probably the biggest one compared to the lesser updates that's coming down now. Now, secondary, patches, posters, flags, oh my. Yes, patches are being designed and being worked on. What patches have we done so far? We have the Tennessee Volunteer patches. We have the Texan Ranger patches and symbol. We have uh, Jesus Christ, we actually have the Texan Army flag working on. We have posters coming around, actual recruitment posters and war bond posters and Liberty Bond posters. We have propaganda posters in the works. A lot of cool stuff is in the works right now with our artists, and it's pretty cool. Loadouts are being designed for the Texan Ranger loadout, because the Texan Rangers are going to be those guys who are literally going to be kind of like McAfee SOG or Rangers, and Trent and Dusters are going to be a thing for veterans. So expect something pretty cool. And this is going to be really wicked how the event's going to actually play out, especially with all this stuff that's happening. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, the Ranger loadouts are going to be worked on by actual Texans. We actually have an Army veteran, a combat veteran, who is working with us to design the Ranger loadouts for both combat and veteran Rangers. So you're going to see something kind of like a la Fallout New Vegas NCR Rangers mixed with Walker Texas Ranger. So it's going to be pretty cool how this is all going to work out in the end. The other update for the loadouts is, of course, the volunteer loadouts. Now, I have been working on a volunteer loadout video for a while now, kind of a la British muzzleloaders. So if you want to actually check out British muzzleloaders videos and how he does it, I'm going to be doing that, but with a nice little comical spin on it. But this one is for spring. It's going to be a cold weather loadout video, talking about the differences between your warm weather loadout and the cold weather loadout, and how to prepare for the cold weather and the colder weather. So that is what's happening with that loadout video. But it is going to have comical elements. That is going to be pretty cool. Paladin's still there. He's just probably waiting for me to start answering chat and wait for the update to be finished. I'm trying to think what else there is. Yes. The other thing is that a lot of lore videos are in the works. They are going to be sort of like the Kaiserreich lore videos with each faction. We're going to be doing that because we consciously have decided to go that route and sort of introduce these people. We have the radio host, we have the soldier, and we have the general or the politician. Again, we're still deciding, but the first one that's going to drop is, in fact, the radio host. And I'm not going to lie, guys, she is really good at what she's doing, even just bouncing off the ideas of her emotional stance on the events that she is going to be reading. It's going to be awesome. It really is. So definitely look forward to that. And then finally, the big one. The Pennsylvania event may be changing locations. Again, I'm not 100% sure on this. We're going to keep you guys updated on that. And again, once the guy tells me if the Pennsylvania event has in fact changed locations, we will let you know. And then a Tennessee event, which will round that event count up to 3 Operation Burning Star events within a couple months span. Because again, for those of you who don't know, the Texas event, which is going to be at Tanks Airsoft in Richmond, Texas, is going to be in March 2020. The Pennsylvania event is going to be in May of 2020, and the Tennessee event may be, again, we're still trying to figure out if we're going to do a Tennessee event, because I would love to actually do the Tennessee event. Now, that's all done. I'm going to finally answer a few questions about the Milsim, about the radio DJ, and about basically anything around the events themselves, and basically anything of that nature. You guys can ask me about the kits, you guys can ask me about the weapon rules, and essentially the locations themselves, and anything lore related or the videos themselves. Now, in terms of pricing, I know a lot of you guys have been asking about prices. I have no say in that. That comes down completely to the vendor, and whether or not the vendor themselves allocate the price of entry fee or something of that nature. What I will tell you is that the Pennsylvania event is probably going to be anywhere between $20 to $25 entry fee, and that's about it. So, of course, to your questions, go ahead and ask them in the chat. I will look at chat now, and I will give you the answers to essentially the locations. Okay, so going back through the chat, which part of Texas? Like I said, the Texas event will be in Richmond, Texas at Tanks Airsoft. They have a Facebook page, so you can go check them out. Uh, again, you can go check them out right there. Where's the MP5? In terms of actual weapons for the loadouts themselves, I can't exactly. Again, we're still working on that. So in terms of the actual weapon setup, we are going to be doing AKs and ARs, so you will be seeing a wide variety of them. But when it comes to the uh, specific loadouts, the volunteers have, for phase 1, we actually are doing, for the volunteers, a sort of surplus loadout. So you're going to be seeing a lot of M16A1s, A2 and A3s, not a lot of like tactical ARs, or at least that's what we want you guys to try and do. Like I said, the terms of the volunteer loadout means that you guys will essentially bring your own kit if you have it, and if you don't have your own kit, then the idea is that you're given surplus loadouts, like surplus Alice, surplus M16s, M4s, Beretta M9s, maybe some 1911s. Something that would definitely indicate that you were given hand-me-down surplus from Vietnam and Grenada era equipment. No, I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on Snapchat. I'm not on TikTok, whatever the hell that is. Twitter, I'm actually banned on Twitter because I'm right-wing. So, yeah, there's that. Also, I put out their hashtag kill Antifa. That got me banned. So, there's that. Which I'm not against, hunting down Antifa and shooting those fuckers. But, like I said, again, that's essentially what's going on with the loadouts. The Texas loadouts, we will actually be doing some images for, actually doing some artwork for, to actually indicate what kind of loadouts the Texans will have. And that is essentially what's going on. Color palettes. The color palettes for phase 1 is going to be a simple tan versus green. So that's what we're doing. For the Texans and for the Texan Army and for the Tennessee Volunteers, we're going to be doing a green palette. For the communist forces, such as the communist Chinese and the communist Californians, the DPRC, which is the Democratic People's Republic of California, they'll be doing a tan loadout. So multi-cam tan or just base tan for that. Once again, we're working out the color palettes and the loadouts, so we will let you know what's going on. As for the sniper loadouts themselves, again, we're still working on the loadouts. This is well into the early development phase. We've actually made a lot of progress in the development phase, but again, we're going to let you know everything once it happens. But once again, guys, you can basically ask questions about, be it the lore videos, the what's going on behind the scenes, things like that, especially the politician. And again, I will let you know what's going on. Okay, we're still good. Still somewhat live. Again, I am looking at chat, so yeah, no, I'm not going to answer any dumb questions, just so you know. Which I know Paladin a while ago actually asked about a Louisiana event. I would not be opposed to a Louisiana event. I would actually love to do a Louisiana event because, again, Louisiana is there, so it wouldn't be hard to believe that Louisiana would actually join Texas and sort of fighting in the fight against communism. I would definitely see them sort of doing an alliance or actually becoming a territory of Texas. Now, again, I'm not saying they would, but I'm saying I'm just speculating on that. But it would be obvious in the long run that yes, Louisiana would join Texas for not only economic purposes and economic growth, but also for more or less a military growth as a whole. So yeah, the Paladin, that's my answer to it. And I believe, yes, Louisiana, I would definitely love to have an event in Louisiana and sort of do like a beach landing scenario where communist forces would try to land through the Gulf of Mexico into territory, into the more or less free territory. I could definitely see that event going down. But again, it's completely up in the air by that point in time, because again, we're probably going to save that for phase 2, which, by the way, for those of you who have actually asked in the past about the phases, we actually have 3 phases set up. Phase 1 is to kind of quickly run down the phases and how the event's going to play out. Phase 1 is going to be more or less the war just started. We're trying to secure the lines. We're trying to beat back and try and gain as much breathing room as possible. Phase 2 is going to be launching counterattacks and offensives to try and push even deeper into enemy territory, and sort of the forces pulling desperate moves and what have you, try and do that, which by then will hopefully be opening more events in more states, hopefully ones in California, to sort of simulate, to sort of be happy with that, just sort of do that sort of scenario. And then phase 3, this is where things are going to be kind of cool. Phase 3 is where hopefully we'll be opening in Europe, primarily Russia, of all places, Russian games and European games, to sort of simulate the European front and move from there. But again, that's just the 3 phases so far. So let me look through the chat and see about questions and see what you guys have asked about so far as a whole. No, I am not. And this is something I think a lot of people have asked about is, am I ever going to attend Milsim events outside of Tennessee? That's a no, because my life's complicated and I can't really go into it, but just know my life's complicated to where I can't exactly leave Tennessee to attend these events. I would love to. Believe me, I would love to attend these events. I mean, this is literally my dream. My dream's coming true, and there's 2 people in 2 states that are actually going to be opening my Milsim, but I can't exactly attend it. So it's kind of a good, bad thing. I mean, that's why I'm trying my best to try and find someone in Tennessee who can actually host a Operation Burning Star Milsim event, so I can actually attend my dream and actually be happy and sort of go out there waving the flag and just going kicking commie ass. I would love to, again, do these events. I would love to be able to come to these events, but I can't, sad to say. All right, one more question, and it better be a good question, because I won't answer dumb questions, because I've got a lot to do today. And like I said, it is literally just amazing. Some of the stuff I got to do today, with some of the people I got to talk to. I can't divulge into who I'm talking to today, but do know it does relate to the event, and it does relate to some of the awesome stuff and elements and your level of immersion at the events in the Texas event and Pennsylvania event. That's what's going on. All right. Let me look through here real quick. Let's see here. This is a good one. This is a good one, actually. We're talking about the Milsim event. So that's what's going on. So if you got any questions about the Milsim event, that's more or less what I'm doing right now. Is I'm going to be answering one more question about it. So if you got questions about the event, go ahead and ask them now, be it the Pennsylvania one or the Texan one, and I'll answer it. But once again, it's going to be a good question, because I'm not going to answer any dumb questions about what's going on. But yeah, let me look here actually, because see, this one's actually good. This one is asking about the event structure as a whole, primarily relating to what's going on with Texas. In terms of Texas, I can't. Texas right now is going to be the biggest event right now, because we are looking at literally over 500 people possibly attending, if not over 800 people attending the Texas event. So this is a pretty big event right now that's going to happen. So yeah, this is the biggest event I've ever actually imagined. I never imagined it would actually be that big for the Texas event. For the Pennsylvania event, it's not as big as Texas, but Texas is probably the biggest event that's going to be there. And as for everything as a whole, the immersion radio DJ, the politician that's going to come, everything that's happening at that event is blown my mind to a big point, to where I never imagined that my crazy Milsim would actually come this far, and is going to be this far. And it is going to actually raise elements for the Milsim community, i.e. actual local radio stations that is going to be spinning tracks and actually reading off radio news, actual news, and sort of letters from home, stuff like that. And then this is a big one. The elements we're actually going to be introducing in the events as a whole are actual drones, are, yes, legitimate drones that will actually do gun runs, that will do bombing runs, that will do dogfights over you. We will be doing that. And then introducing actual chemical warfare into it. Having people who actually want that level of immersion going to get that level of immersion. Intercommunication between two events going at the same time, i.e., someone finds out there's going to be a nuclear attack at one event, they report it back to the other event, and the other event prepares for that nuclear attack. Again, we're not spoiling anything, just an example. These events will be pretty huge and in size, and as a whole will be raising the bar for Milsim events, for events as a whole. They're going to be raising the Milsim bar and to what Milsim events can be. So yeah, that was actually a pretty good question as a whole. Anyway, thank you all for joining me. As always, I've been Airsoft Al, the Commands Airsofter, who creates crazy ideas for Milsims that actually blow up. And yeah, would you take a moment considering subscribing, liking, hitting the notification, commenting in the video down below, and would you kindly consider donating to our PayPal? It's folks like you, they keep the lights on in this place, and a lot of you have been donating lately, and it's pretty awesome. Another small update, of course, for the reviews as a whole. The next October review is going to be coming out tomorrow, and then we're going to be continuing off because there's like 3 reviews left for this month, so definitely look forward to those reviews. And as always, I will see you guys hopefully at the Tennessee event, or when it happens, or if I'm lucky enough, I'll see you guys at the Texas event, because again, it's in 2020. Who knows what happens by then? I might be able to go to the Texas event in 2020. I mean, March is my birthday month, so who knows? Who knows? Till next time.